Uber Eats is known for good payouts, easy to use app, and the best part, you don't have to schedule and you can turn it on whenever you want to go out and just make money. But what they don't tell you are the real things that every driver should know about. And that is 5 things Uber Eats needs to improve on that will set them apart from every other food delivery company's DoorDash, and help them take back some of that 65% market share that DoorDash currently has in the food delivery space, and maybe make them a favorite again amongst all drivers. So let's find out what they need to improve on. So let's get into it. Welcome back, everyone. It is Kim from Kim's Side Money Plans, and I'm here for the RideShare Guy. I started with Uber Eats in 2020, over 3 years ago, and I loved working the app right away. It was easy to use. The payouts were so much better than DoorDash at the time. There were weeks I was making $1,000 just on Uber Eats. Well, fast forward, here we are 3 years later, and it has changed so much in my market. It went from being my number one app to second, sometimes third. It went from constantly busy to crickets. Now, for me, it's gonna sound weird, but it really is a seasonal app. The summer rocks for Uber Eats in my areas because of the Jersey Shore traffic. But once people go away after Labor Day, so does Uber Eats. If Uber Eats would change just a couple things, could I make more money as a driver? Or better yet, would they go back to being my number one app again? I don't know. Time would tell if they would make some of these changes. So let's get into things Uber Eats really needs to improve on. You are going to want to stick around until the last one because this is the biggest thing preventing drivers from making money. Eliminate just this one thing, and you know what? No more losing money on Uber Eats as a driver. Let's get into the 5 things Uber Eats needs to improve on. As I am going along in this video, let me know in the comments if you agree with me or if I forgot something that you think Uber Eats needs to improve on. You never know, the more comments, the more Uber Eats might just actually listen to us. So number 5, Trip Radar. Can I say I absolutely hate Trip Radar? I get Uber Eats wants to get every order delivered, but offers are so horrific. Why would any driver actually take these orders? There is a reason why no drivers are taking these orders. They are just complete crap. Majority of them aren't even $1 per mile. Most are 50 cents per mile, 75 cents per mile. Today, I saw 36 cents per mile. How ridiculous is that? I get annoyed when one actually even comes to my phone after seeing them so often. The one and only time it ever works for a driver is when there is a shop and pay and you're unsure if you should take it. But the next thing, you know, it keeps coming in through Trip Radar and you can take advantage of it because they just erase the base pay for even bigger payout. Okay, number 4, Uber Eats gives you seconds, like 10 seconds to make a decision. What driver, if they are driving, can look at a screen, analyze it, and say, hey, I want to take this order, or nope, decline? It doesn't even give you time to pull over and look at it. Talk about safety issue. Yeah, this is an accident waiting to happen. I'm assuming the logic is the shorter time, the more likely the driver will just hit accept. In my case, I don't know about you, but it does the reverse psychology. If I don't know what I'm taking, it's an automatic hit the X in the right-hand corner and moving on. Number 3, being able to see the second restaurant in a stacked order is a pain in the butt. The only thing you see is a little itsy tiny dot. Hiding the second restaurant was the worst idea ever. Stacked orders are tricky enough as it is. Choosing the restaurant, you as a driver can be waiting a long time, which leads to cancellations or really angry customers on both orders, not just the one. Choosing a stacked order blindly could lead to a disaster. It's another safety issue as well. Trying to see a small dot at 10 seconds while you're driving, it's a car crash waiting to happen. Unfortunately, you need to know your area and restaurants to take a guess at which restaurant it could actually be just by the dot. You are screwed in most cases, like in my area, which is in a downtown area, and all the restaurants are literally right next to each other in a 3-block radius. Take the right stacked order though, and they could be big payouts, which is what I think Uber is trying to bank on, but sometimes doesn't translate that way. Number 2, Uber Eats has the lowest base pay amongst all 3 food delivery apps. Did you know that? But yet charges the customer how much in all of these fees? In my area, on a single order, if a distance is close, the average is about $2 for a base pay. In most cases, DoorDash is $2.75 in my area. This is the horrible part. Get ready for it. In most cases, DoorDash's stacked orders pay a $2 base pay. Uber Eats pays $1.50. Talk about insulting. So Uber Eats, you're trying to tell me my time and gas is only worth $1.50? That's absolutely ridiculous. Talk about knowing your worth. I know it's definitely not worth $1.50. The good news is in most cases, Uber Eats offsets this by suggesting the customer tip at the minimum 15% or more at checkout. So because of some generous customers, most drivers don't even realize how low the base pay actually is for Uber Eats. But get a customer who doesn't tip, $1.50 is what you will actually see. Okay, lastly, tip baiting. I always say I can make a whole video about this and go into a rage because I am so passionate that this should not even be a thing. It shouldn't even be an option for customers. How is it right for a customer to take back money from a driver after a service is performed? It is never okay. If a customer is disappointed with their service or even their meal, which customers, it isn't the driver's fault, by the way. Let support do their job and stop taking it out on the drivers just because you are a miserable human being. Thinking that tipping more will get you your food quicker, that's just absolutely ridiculous. There are just despicable individuals out there who think it's okay, and Uber Eats, it is not okay. You have the option to take this away, but yet after I can't tell you how many complaints from drivers, it still exists today. You give the customer way too much power to screw over the driver. Recently, I did a shop and pay for 17 items. It was a hard shop because it was very specific items, but I got everything done. No substitution. Drop off an hour later, a miserable customer who I was shopping for said, "Hey, I didn't leave comforts of my own home. Thanks for shopping for me. As a result, you get 0 tip." Are you kidding me? See, as a driver, most of us have goals. When you take away tips, most drivers have to stay out longer and now have to take another order because the money we worked for just disappears. Enough about tip baiting. Those are the 5 things Uber Eats, in my opinion, needs to improve on. Did I miss anything? If I did, let me know in the comments or let me know what you think Uber Eats needs to improve on. Hopefully they are listening and one day changes will be made. Well, it's hopeful thinking at least. Are you new to this channel? Don't forget to subscribe before you leave today. Make sure that that bell is turned on so you know when the latest videos come out. Also, everybody, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And I'll see everyone next week. Bye, everyone.